things, like maybe because uh like even though that you have it's like mostly our lives are based on sound, right? We have well, we wake up to sound. Okay, I mean, sometimes we put an alarm to sound. We wake up with sound, right? And then we are used to maybe something that's but that goes down our neighborhood, all right, like the ice cream truck or something. We love that sound. Okay, everyone loves ice cream. And usually we basically live off sound, all right. And most of the time we also will be like when, especially when the phone rings, right? You could have the most, like the coolest phone, all right, even just a normal phone even, right? But if you are still getting annoyed by just about the part where you have to, like have a proper time for it, and also a proper sound for it. We have that thing. Okay, we have it like let's just make sure that this doesn't bother us anymore. Like, especially when the time when we need some healing, and also when we need some time for ourselves, especially okay, on a weekend getaway. Now, the places that we can also go for wellness, okay, especially for wellness retreat centers in the UK, is actually, there's one in London called the Mandrake Soul Revival. Okay, now having launched the world's finest, the first spiritual wellness concierge last year. Now this year, the Mandrake launches the Soul Revival package to guide guests from lockdown into the light. Okay, lockdown was darkness. Let's all face it. We sometimes we just, although we were in the room, or maybe in our room, just waiting there the whole day, we could see the entire thing. But what do we mostly see? It was mostly darkness, because it's all negative thoughts in our minds. It's always thinking, oh no. Mostly for people who actually lost their jobs would understand what I'm talking about. It's like, am I just going to be in this room for the rest of my life right now? And also, when is this coronavirus just going to go away? What are we actually thinking? We really need to recover from that kind of pain as well. Let's face it, we all went through it. Even people who actually have were working from home understand that like, even a time of lockdown time, you still had your job, but it was not enough, because sometimes some of us actually don't like working from home. Okay, we because of the distractions we have from home. It's like, not everyone has the perfect life, but like, we all like gonna be like, oh, I really had to work with my parents around. Oh man, and then so my wife just going around, my husband just being like, just calling, and telling me to make this and that, and yeah, that's what we all think, right? I mean, exactly. We don't want to we work at home, although we love to work at home. We say it a lot, right? We say that we love working from home, because you just well, wake up from your bed, and then you just be like, okay, let's start working. But then again, you lose interest in it. You just don't want to do it anymore. And when, of course, like, during the lockdown time, we couldn't travel. Travelers, of course, have understood this so much, especially myself. I love to travel, and I would love to go to different places, around the world. And I when I didn't have that for over a year, I mean, even after about 6 months, we would actually go on at least a small vacation on the weekend, and be like, maybe we well, just go and have some fun, right, with some friends, sometimes alone, sometimes you just maybe with a girlfriend or your boyfriend even. You would just want to go and have a good time, right? So when it came to a lot of things, like especially during lockdown, how when you can't do that anymore, I mean, we were not allowed to even like step out of our gate. Okay, the lane, the neighborhood was all like empty, animals going around in the streets. Okay, and now, where have you guys been, right? I mean, during a time, for a place I was working for, I would actually had to go to work, and I couldn't work from home because of the necessary equipment wasn't there. And I was just, the transport, the office transport would come and pick us up, and we would go, and the roads will be like, it'll be like desert. All right, you can see in the morning, you can see how clear the skies are. No more pollution, no more other things. We have, I mean, it was for a while. although it was really sad to see that, like, the world has just stopped in time, and even traveling doesn't make sense anymore. Like when I was going, while I was on the way to work, I just felt like, I'm just traveling in a time where everything has paused. That's what I was thinking. It's like everything has stopped, but I'm just moving. I'm the only one moving here. There are no more time to go. There's no more. You don't feel the time going during the lockdown. I mean, since lockdown, I still can't keep track of days. Right? I keep saying, it's just another day. Right? I've come to a realization that, okay, what, Monday, Tuesday, what? Okay, it's just the same day. Same day every day. Weekends don't feel the same anymore. Work doesn't feel the same anymore. Weekdays are just, like, well, not that kind of not that kind of difficult anymore, because it's like a mix of the weekend and the weekday altogether. But but still, the time where we need to heal is, go on a actual, like a vacation. Okay, our mind needs it, our body needs it, everything, that we do needs sometime healing for some time, because even for the day, okay, I mean, going to work, it takes a lot out of you, right? It takes a lot out of you to, working from home, or working from home, or working from work, anywhere right now. Okay, it takes basically a day gives you one scar, okay, or a wound of some kind, right? And it just needs some time to heal, and that would be like the sleep time. Okay, your 8 hours of sleep, your daily 8 hours of sleep will be that time of healing, right? Because your mind needs it. And but sometimes, it's just a little bit. Sleep can do so much, so little for a person, right? I mean, when was the last time we had 8 hours of sleep, okay, at a stretch, like for an entire month? I don't think so. Maybe for 2 days, maybe, or 3 days, but it's never constant. It's never the same. All right. We sleep like sometimes 2 hours a day, 3 hours, 1 hour a day. Now it's our body clock is messed up. Our sleep time is messed up, and we don't know what time to sleep or what time to wake up. We don't know that anymore, right? So a vacation would actually help us, to actually have an understanding of things, and also how your body works and how your mind works. And the Mandrake Soul Revival is all about purity. Okay, it's from in-room bespoke energy healings to sound baths and ceremonies also. Okay, and the cacao ceremonies. Also, the hotel is hosting the best practitioners in their fields, such as, their names are here: Eddie Elsie, Salmon. Okay, sound healers. Oh, there we go. Like I mentioned earlier, sound is actually something that we need to keep it, to basically keep everything that, we follow sound, right? I mean, we understand that. Okay, when you if a person out there doesn't have sight, all right, if they don't have sight at all, right, they follow sound, or they follow feelings, but mostly sounds, right? So when it comes to even traveling, you understand that the traveling part would actually take your mind off things. So this place here, okay, in London, would actually have a wonderful actually time to I don't know, to keep, like, heal yourself from the time of the lockdown and everything. I mean, I mean, who doesn't like to go on a vacation like this? And this place in London, the Mandrake Soul Revival. Check the place out, and let's see how we can actually be more, and how we can learn how to heal ourselves. Okay, remember, sometimes, yes, we have to work 24/7, and sometimes then there is a time where there also comes healing, but there are also time where you need a long break. So we'll be back also talking more about the subject, and talking more about traveling, and also something about culture. But it's just it's just get fun from here. Okay, traveling is fun, but even when you think traveling, always think of fun things to do, right? Be more active about it, and also always expect to have uh, more time for yourself, right? Even at least one day of the month. Okay, keep time to heal, to maybe catch up on some rest, or to catch up on some your actual personal life. All right, so keep that with you all the time. Remember, work is just gonna keep coming. All right, but there's a time where you need to explore the world. You just can't be that one person who just stays in one city for the rest of his life, right? You have to move at least to the other city for a weekend and then come back and come back home. But remember, home staying at home all the time will make you get used to a lot of things, right? And you don't want that. Okay, a person who is so used to just their home is not seeing the entire world, just seeing a dot of the world. Okay, at that point, if you're at home, you're just seeing a dot, right? We'll be back with more stuff as well, and we'll be talking more about travel, pop culture, and also how you can stay happy no matter what. All right, this is the vibe with Kyle on Relax Radio. Catch you soon. And we are back on the show once again. So we've been talking about more on travel and pop culture, and also we spoke about earlier about a certain place in London called the Mandrake's Soul Revival. All right, so more places to go like Cotswolds, okay, like Summer Cecile retreats at Badminton Estate. Now, sports is also another way of actually having more of a wellness and a better to have better wellness in your life too, especially after the lockdown, right? So when especially sports, okay, I mean you can get the better way to get your spirits up is actually having adrenaline rush. Okay, you can always be like playing the best sports you can do, and like go for maybe a swim or go for badminton, or even like this place right here. Okay, it has a wonderful place, and also it's all about badminton. Okay, like especially that time, because badminton is actually a very fitness type sport. All right, and most of the time, especially at that time, you just don't know when you're going to hit the next shot. Sometimes you can be on the left side, suddenly right here, and the next thing you know, you're like here. Okay, that is if you can run fast, but also that is also if you don't trip halfway while getting there. I mean, yeah, that has happened to me. Very bad experience. Anyway, sports on the other hand, okay, it's just even like not just like the badminton places that you can go to. You can always go for maybe things like swimming. All right, if you're a swimmer, hey, a swim would do you good, brother. Your swim would really do you good. All right, so most of the time also when we have our sports, like maybe even hey, cricket is a sport that we all play. We love to play with our neighbors, and like it's something that we all love to do, right? And when it comes to sports, all right, activating your entire body, all right, especially your entire body, okay, would actually give you more motivation. Okay, just imagine you going to the gym. Okay, on the first, your friends have been convincing you so much to go for okay, let's go today. I'm like, "Yeah, no, I'm not going today." Then your friends are going to be like, "How about tomorrow?" Yeah, let's go tomorrow. And then when tomorrow comes out, you'll be like, "Yeah, I don't want to go." And somehow, okay, maybe after about 6 or 7 months, they tell you, okay, now we are going to actually drag you to the gym, right? And then you're gonna be like, no, and then you just don't have a choice, right? If your friends call you, you gotta go, or otherwise you know that they are gonna lift you up and then put you there. All right. But when you go there, okay, you start working out. The first one seems like, hey, this is a kind of hard. Okay, it's actually not bad. I actually don't have to put more effort to it. More effort means actually, like, like you are full on focused on it, right? So when it comes to the first workout, you would go for it, and then remember there may be 3 sets of each, or 4 sets of each, right? So maybe on the first one you're going to, okay, okay, why did I join the gym again? And the second one, you're going to be like, okay, all right. Oh, then you see your friends also doing the same thing, and then you start getting competitive. Exactly, you want to start doing better. Okay, because you see how it affects the other person's, especially your friends who have been telling you, or making you come to the gym, okay, understands that, like, okay, this guy has actually been doing something good for himself, working out, all right, that's cool. And then you start doing it, right? You just get motivated, because you are with friends too. This is why traveling with friends, and also more with friends and less with family. Okay, as much as I would like, like, I mean, travel with family, you should at least, travel with your family at least once a year. So you can, but with friends, I say travel for the rest of the 364 days of the year, and the one day you leave it for family, right? I mean, you have to save time for family. So uh, mostly like that. Okay, we when we go out with friends, we understand that these are interesting people we do. This is why they are called our friends. So we want to be like, hey, you know i'm I'm going to hang out with my friends. Okay, I'm going to get fit with my friends, and these are the people who actually, like, actually who kept on having fitness, and also who might be more immune to the coronavirus. All right. You can actually, who are more immune because of they keep fit. I mean, you don't have to be like, all built up to actually show that you are fit. Sometimes, you can actually just be the in the normal body shape you are, but you can be the most fittest person than the biggest guy in the gym. All right. That's how the body works. Bodies are different, right? I mean, even when it comes to karate or kung fu and everything, what do they always say? Don't underestimate your opponent, right? You can always, be like, you may be the biggest guy in the room, but the little guy could take you down. All right, it's all about willpower, and it's all about actually, pushing yourself, and looking after yourself, loving yourself, right? Before you love another person, you have to love yourself, right? So when it comes to especially during travel time, this is for the mind. Okay, now, although traveling involves the entire body, especially during when you go for retreats like which give you sports, okay, you would want to be well. You would want to be more active. But the thing is, while you are being active on well, on everything else, okay, you can always, think that, hey, but you understand that your mind is also healing, because the more your mind focuses on one thing, okay, the reason why most of us are actually falling into stress is because we are thinking about a lot of things, right? We are thinking about, oh man, wait, what about this one? What about this one? What about this one? What about this one? And suddenly your one brain is handling about 100 things at once. Okay, so I mean, to be honest, living in this world right now, we can't stop that. All right, we have to keep, like, thinking, okay, we better keep doing this, like, but there's a time for a break. Okay, your company and also the places you work for, if you have your own business, you have all the time in the world. Okay, I mean, it depends on where you are at financially, but if you are there financially, remember to not just all the time save for something, but if you let's just say that, you're a person who saves all the money, right, and only keeps a little money for themselves for something to munch on for the entire day, but that's enough for you. Hey, that's cool, man. But the reason is, if you keep saving the money, one day, okay, you are going to be like, hey, what are you going to do with it? Why do you keep saving it all the time? What if we don't know when our time is going to come, right? I mean, yeah, that's the excuse I use on my mother, but but it makes sense, right? I mean, I don't know when my time will come. I really don't know. But then again, if I let's just say I saved, maybe a million, okay, and suddenly I want to make that 2 million, and you're gonna be like, oh well, you can actually think what will happen the next day, right? But if that does happen, okay, if that does happen, okay, what that's all gonna be like, your savings is not gonna actually help. I mean, save, okay. If you want to save 60% or 70%, it doesn't matter how much you want to save, but also keep some for your present entertainment, something to keep your mind on, not just all work, okay. I mean, even if you go for a party, okay, some people are still talking only about work, right? Work is only for 8 hours a day, people. All right. If you haven't finished that work during the 8 hours, then that's your fault. Then I completely say that's your fault. You should have done it during that 8 hours of time, right? But or if you can't say it for the next day, say it for the next day, right? Don't think like, I'm going to finish my work so I have fresh work tomorrow. Just imagine doing that for 10 years at a stretch without a break, especially on the weekends, okay. You are so not used to even having a break on the weekends. You just want to keep on working, working, working. So just imagine for 10 years doing that at a stretch, and not just having any social life, any private life, any uh, fun kind of life, okay. You don't have that anymore. But what are you going to do about it? Well, it's quite simple. At least one weekend, okay, even for a year, all right, or even for maybe a week, even, right? Once a year, have time for at least your mind. I'm not going to say give it two times, 3 times or 4 times, because like I know how hard that is, but at least once, just once. Do it once and you will keep doing it again. So when you do this once, okay, you will want to go for more, right? It's like at the gym. On the first day you just work out, on the second day you feel a lot of pain in your body, right? But it's good kind of pain, right? You feel the muscles tearing up and like you're getting strong and stuff, and you call your friend, the friend who just couldn't come with you for months, is actually called, dude, I feel awesome. I'm like, man, I feel so awesome right now. And everyone's going to be like, yeah, this is what we're talking about. Can we go today? No, no, no. First day, rest today. You're going to get more pains. All right. We'll go tomorrow. But the second day, the day he said tomorrow for, is the most hardest day ever, because with that pain in your body and you just go for more weightlifting, it's just gets harder and harder. You wonder why, if you on the first day you did 5 kilograms and suddenly, wait a minute, why is the 5 kilograms so hard to pull up? But then you have to drop down 2.5. But that's how your body works, right? Your body is still healing, just like your mind, okay. After a certain stressed workout, your mind takes time to heal, right? And the mind takes very much longer to heal. So this is why traveling around the world and also has some kind of impact. People love it so much, they make it something of that, like their dream job or something. All right. Some you see people on TikTok who have actually who show where they go. All right. They show the hotels they stay in. They show the views they have every morning. They show the view they have every night. They show what they have to eat in the morning, afternoon, and night. All right. People like that. Then you see that and you be like, wow, okay, he's living the life. Right. To be honest, you can have that same life. Okay. It just starts from the smallest thing. Right. The smallest travel. Don't start big at once. Okay. You can't take on a boss guy unless you haven't gone through his minions yet. I mean, the game doesn't work like that. All right. You have to keep on going with, the little person. All right. Go with the first one and then go with the second one, and then get to the boss level and then be like, it's my turn now. You're going to be like that, right? I mean, you are going to go full on with this person, all right? Or you're going to go full on with life, right? Think of the big boss as life, right? You want, and this is the person you need to go. But remember, every game, every player in the game, every character in the game has a health bar, okay? Think of yourself as the health bar, and let's think like, if your health bar is about this much, okay, for the day you understand that the health bar just keeps going down, right? And then you just need to recharge. This is the last of what you need to do, and that sleep you have every day will increase the health bar, okay. But if you don't have the sleep every day, if you don't have your 8 hours of sleep, this is what's going to happen. You are going to have half a health bar, right? So when it comes to that, your mind, okay, think of that as your mind, okay? You need your mind to work every time, okay? Even in sleep, your mind is showing you dreams that will actually calm you down. So if that is low, right? If that keeps getting low, think of all the functions just reducing, and just blackout, right? We have to know that our mind is our battery. Okay, we have a phone. That phone only has 100% of a battery, and that could last you maybe with if you use it properly, at least 15 hours of battery just for calls and everything, right? So, what about your mind? 8 hours of sleep. Well, to be honest, personally, after 8 hours of sleep, I believe I could go on without being tired for 48 hours. But then again, on the third day, when I understand that okay, I'm going over my limit now, right? This happened to me during lockdown, right? Lockdown was not a time for most people to just sleep and sleep and sleep. I mean, some people can do this, some people can't. My thing was, I was just laying in bed watching Netflix, and I'm like, what am I doing with my life? I am Netflix and chilling. hmm No. See, when it comes to a lot of things like that, we have to be like, yeah, this is gonna mentally bring you down. Okay, it's gonna be so bad that it's gonna bring you down mentally. And what do? We travel. Okay, and not just travel, we can also be mix it up with uh our very own social media networks. Okay, pop culture has taken over the entire platform of the world, right? I mean, the biggest one, like I said yesterday, was TikTok. TikTok has been from an app that has been like so like uh, like people are gonna be like, why would people do this? Okay, why would they be like, oh man, this is just that like people trying to be talented people, but they are just doing this and that and all this and then that. Okay, that's it, right? And you're gonna be like, why would anyone do this? Okay, why would anyone make an app like this? But then you see it now. Okay, you come to this point in time, you're gonna be like, okay, now I've gone through my you wake up in the morning, you've gone through your Facebook, you've gone through your Instagram, you've gone through your WhatsApp chats, all right, and then you go through a bit of YouTube, and then you go for, then what else now? Sometimes YouTube, we don't even go for YouTube because now we have TikTok, right? There's always someone doing something. Okay, even someone just being like, and it's funny. I came across a video like that once. The TikTok. I was just watching some TikToks of people just doing that dance. Jason Derulo's TikToks, Will Smith's TikToks, and suddenly there's this one guy just for 2 seconds, and he just go, and then the next one just goes up, and I'm like, really? It's just something like that, right? Even a 3-second TikTok. I mean, that caught my eye more than a 1 minute video, more than a 2 minute video, more than a 15-second video. Okay, that 2-second video was what grabbed my attention, right? That I mean, I would be that if you hear me talking right now, and if you hear me like, be like, I'm talking more about travel and pop culture and everything of where you can go and everything, and be like blah, and you're gonna hear the blah part, right? You're not going to hear the part of going to me. You're going to hear what I'm saying, but the one that's going to grab your attention is that small second thing, right? So that is how TikTok has actually come to think. People are just going to be like, I'm going to do whatever I want, right? I'm just going to be like, if I want to do a 1 second video, I'll do a 1 second video, right? No one's stopping you. Go for it. I mean, what? Are you afraid that what people are going to think? This dude didn't think so. Okay, he caught my attention, and he's like, okay, cool. Okay, good for living your life, man. That's what exactly is happening on TikTok, right? Especially when you go for traveling, you see people traveling, okay? Even though the dance moves are something that's trending, what people forget to see is also the places they are at, okay? In one place, they can be maybe in London, and the other place they can be, well, in a, I don't know, maybe like at this place here in this badminton estate, but they're still doing the TikTok, right? In another place, they can be in a basketball court. What are the things that we are doing? Okay, people are still traveling. Pop culture. Okay, TikTok, in my opinion, has become pop culture. Okay, TikTok is the new pop culture. Right? Okay, and everyone is on TikTok. Everything is on TikTok. Instagram is also showing in TikTok videos. Facebook for memes. They look for TikTok videos, right? Everything is a TikTok, right? You just have to take TikTok, TikTok. Everything is a TikTok, right? You see the most ridiculous things what people say, right, on TikTok. Okay, so especially now, we thought the app that we thought was, uh, I'll give that a 0.6 rating, is now actually, even though you see it um, on the Play Store, on the Apple Store, that it's all like 4.6, it's actually a 5-star rating. Okay, but that's because some people's the mobile phones can actually support it because of the space, right? I mean, we all suffer from storage space and stuff, right? But the people who don't actually are enjoying TikTok, right? It's just logging in and scrolling one by one and seeing a video. Okay, and if you like it, you like it, right? Not everyone is going to comment. The people who comment are going to be like, they're just going to comment something. If it was really eye catching, they would be like, hey, nice video, nice to see something while I was doing my scroll, right? When you go for even traveling ideas, if you want to go for places like, thinking, well, where can I go to actually spend time for myself, and also to spend time with my girlfriend, and with my partner, and where would I go? And you see this TikTok, this random girl and guy just doing a dance in TikTok. You're wondering, wait a minute, where is that place? It's a hotel. It's amazing. It looks so nice, and they have mentioned it at the bottom on the description, saying, you know. Um, yeah, they sponsored us, and then they tagged them. Okay, it's marketing right there. That's what we were talking about yesterday. We were talking about how TikTok is the biggest market in the world right now, and it's going on. Not just, it didn't start last month, it didn't start 2 months ago, it started last year. Okay, so since last year, everything has been different, right? TikTok has actually combined with traveling. Okay, it's not just combined with dancing, it's not just combined with stories, it's just combined with traveling, because you want to do everything that you can while you are traveling, right? So when it comes to places like this also, right, Cotswold Summer Cecile retreat at Badminton Estate, okay, is a place. So you, well, clearly you can also have badminton sessions with your friends. There's always someone to have badminton with. And on the food side, you can expect seasonal vegetarian dishes made using homegrown produce straight from the pesticide-free garden vegetable farm. And also, you'll be spending time in a beautiful Dover house. Okay, okay, that looks really nice. Okay, a stone's throw away from Badminton's Deer Park. All right, it's a beautiful place. Okay, it's proper nature, wellness, and fixing yourself, and also basically mending all the tweaks back in you, is going to be like, okay, I need to heal. And the one place that you need to go, the one place that you and I belong, is none other than nature itself. Okay, we are going to have we are still animals. Okay, animals are still going to look at us and be like, hey, that's another animal. That's the animal called human. Oh, or maybe they have another word for us. Don't you ever think that? You wonder, like, what animals? Okay, we call a dog part of the animal world, right? What do they think of us? Pretty much the same thing, maybe different word. I mean, different language altogether. But that may be it, right? You're gonna be. They are gonna. End of the day, we might be thinking dog is man's best friend, but then the dog must be thinking human is his dog's best friend. All right. I mean, it's actually pretty normal about that too. So when you, okay, want to be like always properly your mindset. Okay, sometimes people are telling you change your mindset. Change it to according to the situation, but then you're like, "Hmm, yeah. Uh, how do I do that again?" Because it's not that easy. Changing your mindset is not easy. All right, your mind needs to be in a proper 100% charge to do it. It's like, basically, you're preparing for an installation in your head, and then after, because you have 12% battery, the installation says, sorry, your battery needs to be at least 30% and above to install the process, right? But you are not doing it. This is where you are stuck. You can't do it because you are at that 12% mark. You are at that low battery mark, and you just can't keep moving forward for it, right? And because of the low battery. Okay, we are, whether we like it or not, okay, humans have become the animal's technology. Okay, people look after animals, but we think, we have the screens, we have everything here to look after us. Technology is running our world right now. Okay, it's not humans anymore. Humans created technology, but technology, I feel, is run by humans. All right, and actually, no, humans are run by technology, right? That's what we all are going through. So because of that, remember, we need to go back to and remember who we are, and that is well, going for nature. Nature is charging up. The fresh air that you breathe during the forest time is also something that we have to be like, this is my charger cable. All right, this is the cable I want to charge. My whole body is the cable, and I just need to plant myself in the port and start charging. Okay, it's something that everything, is something like something that's simple we don't do because we think it's a waste of time, right? But nature, connecting with nature, I'm not talking like a person who is, like being like, oh zen, Om Shanti. Om Zen. No, that's not what I mean, right? What I mean is, like, we, end of the day, we are still humans, okay? And we are still, we are like, just like animals, we drink water, we eat, we do everything under the sun just to keep our life interesting, right? Am I wrong? I don't think so. No, we are not wrong at all, right? So we actually have a time where we can be like, listen, I need time for myself. All right. And you just, pick up your girlfriend, you pick up your boyfriend, and you pick up the husband, you pick up the wife. Listen, we gotta go somewhere. I can't do this anymore, right? Sometimes the conversation you have in the morning with your partner, okay, sometimes you all because this person, what this person told me was this, and then after, okay, and then you start getting dressed because you're going to work, you're getting the kids to work, and then you're dropping them home, and then when you're getting back to bed again, so here, this is what that person said. Wait a minute, did it actually, that how come that actually that same scenario, if most of you are TV series fans, like, okay, out there, Malcolm in the Middle, there was this small scene where Malcolm's parents actually find that, is this the time we spend together? And we just have like 5 seconds of every day, and that is from 2.5 seconds in the morning and 2.5 seconds in the evening, and put it together. Oh, this is the time we're going to have. That is life. Okay, that is exactly how life is. It's not about married life. It's not about, it's all about, not even, it's for everyone. Okay, even alone means you don't have someone to talk to, right? So even that 5 seconds you get with your partner is something huge, right? And then you rest together and also get recharge yourself for the next day. But that is how it is. This is why, okay, you have to travel. You have to travel around. You have to make sure that you get everything done, and basically have more time to go for. Anyway, we'll be talking more as well, and we'll be right back after this break. And also keep it locked, keep it tuned in for more fabulous hits. This is Kyle with you on The Vibe on Relax Radio.
Now, there's a lot of conversation around who pays more taxes, if it is the rich or if it is the poor, right? But when you are basically going out and during a day, you go to a restaurant, you have to pay taxes there. If you buy a car, you have to pay taxes there. So why is it even a conversation that, the rich pay less taxes or the poor pay more taxes? Why is it a conversation like that?
Because it's true, the rich generally pay less tax. A rich person walks into a Tesco's or a Sainsbury's, they're not going to get a different bill than another person, right? They're still going to pay the same VAT on those goods, they're still going to pay the same thing. So that's all the same. However, the differences come in if you can pay yourself from your own company, you can structure it in a way that you pay less income tax through paying a bit of salary, paying dividends and so forth, and then also deferring income. Also, your pension payments or contributions can be different. So that increases your tax sort of gap, if you want to use it that way. Where a PAYE person just gets paid salary and bonus. And now those are the most highly taxed sources of income in the UK, definitely, in the UK. We've seen it, right? If an owner of a large public traded company does something wrong, irrelevant of what that company does or how valuable that company is, the stock generally falls into a pool of nothing, right? Because in a public company where the stock is traded openly on the stock exchange, the value of that stock is driven by supply and demand, it's driven by emotion, it's driven by news, it's driven by quite a lot of variables over and above the actual accounting or total net worth of that company. I mean, we've seen it, right? If an owner of a large public traded company does something wrong, irrelevant of what that company does or how valuable that company is, the stock generally falls into a pool of nothing, right? And the company may still have value, it may still be doing quite a good things.
Welcome back to the show once again, and also we were talking about pop culture and also how it has blended with travel, right? We have been going through a lot of things actually these days, and people actually wondering how are we going to actually get through this, because your mind is actually messed up. You wonder why you are actually having this headache, like every time at this time you're having a headache. Okay, this is your body reminding you, okay, since you're not getting that sleep that you need, I'm going to make your head make myself, I'm going to hurt myself. The brain is actually to tell you, I'm going to hurt myself right now to make sure that you get the sleep. Okay, I'm going to make you sleepy, I'm going to make sure that these eyes don't stay up, right? You are going to fall asleep right now, and I'm going to forcefully take that rest which I deserve and not you. That's how the brain talks to you, right? But thing is, we just keep like, yeah, you can keep trying. Even with the headache, you're gonna be like, I will do this somehow, right? And you're gonna be like, okay, we are gonna be right. no, I can go on. I will fight for longer. I will keep doing this. I will go on. I don't care about this headache. And your head is like, dude, if something happens to me, something happens to all of us, right? I mean, sometimes you, when you're talking to people, also you just feel like, you're talking to two different people, but you're actually talking to yourself. Maybe you're talking to your conscious and your subconscious, and either you're talking to your three different people. Sometimes some people have five sub consciousness, and like they're gonna be like, hey, you know right? Yeah. I've seen people actually talk about it. I mean, like, I to be honest, okay, I was very curious one day, and I just tried it myself. I'm going to be like, hi, Kyle. Well, hello, Kyle. How you doing? Like, we'll be like, hey, it's all good, bro. What's up? Like, I'm going to be like, it got addictive. Okay, it got very addictive. I mean, the most interesting person you can talk to is yourself, right? You're just going to have the most amazing conversations ever. You're going to be like, I had this conversation with myself, and I'm gonna be like, hey, once in a while, bro, we just need to go. I'm like, yeah, man, we actually need to do that. But did you know that we can actually go here? It's just not that far, but that's it's perfect. The view is perfect. Doesn't mean that we have to go far, right? No, bro, not really. Exactly. We have the most amazing conversations in our heads, right? We have the time to actually keep thinking about a lot of things. We have the time to actually talk about, okay, our problems, that the way we solve our problems is by talking to ourselves. People are going to be like, sorry, what did you say? No, I'm not talking to you. You're like, but you're talking. I'm talking to myself. Really? Yeah, really. Sometimes, you're going to be like, no, I'm having this financial problem. I'm trying to play this. Maybe, you could, it could be a time of a financial time. Okay. Maybe you owe 10,000 to a friend. You're going to be like, okay, how do I solve this problem right now? Your friend is going to be like, like, it's okay, take your time. But your friends need the money back because of his financial issues too. But he somehow, because of his friendship, he gave you some money. But then you're thinking, okay, now maybe your paycheck is late, right? Maybe you're not sure when you're getting paid anymore, right? And you're just waiting, can you please pay me so I can pay back my friend who needs it, actually, who also needs money right now. People are going to actually have time by that. But when it comes to having places to go to, okay, how can you travel without cash, right? I do you think someone's going to be like, hey, come on in, no, don't worry, you don't have cash, okay, it's free. Once I did meet a person like that. She was this person was a wonderful person, but we were with my family, and okay, it's okay. You come. We will actually look after you guys. And it was an amazing time. They had these stories that they told us about, but yeah, once in a blue moon, you would find these people. Okay, you would be like, oh wow. I mean, you were expecting to have a huge amount of money, and also spend it all, and then come back home. But then actually you didn't spend anything. Okay, you just spent something lesser, because come on, you better help them with the supplies. All right, don't just be like, you're going for the freeloading stuff. All right, just accept and respect the fact that this person, okay, actually took you into their home, and also something that they make a living out of, and they just said, it's okay, today you just pay only for the essentials. Okay, we will cook the food for you, just pay for the essentials, don't need to pay for the house today. There are people out like that, but then sometimes there are not. Okay, we come to a point where we have to have the bling bling, the ching ching, to actually keep going. But hey, when it comes to a point where you need the ching ching, or when you don't have the ching ching, you actually support your friends always support you, right? And sometimes even you might not even pay them back even for 3 or 4 months even, but still they will always be like, it's okay, you're my friend, and I know you that you don't have it. It's not like, even, but sometimes people understand that people who owe them money, they know that if someone owes me money, and this person's going to be like, okay, this person said they're going to pay me next week, but then I think about them, I'm like, wait a minute, this person just asked me this cash like 2 months, maybe 2 weeks ago. Okay, how are they going to find it, right? But empathy is something that is very valuable when it comes to loans. Sometimes, yes, some people do misuse it. Like I said, two different kinds of people, positive and negative, right? We can always be thinking that people are just going to have just going to use you, right? They're always going to use you. But then again, your friends will always be there for you. You're going to think, if you're a true friend, you'll think, okay, wait, this person is going through something right now. Do I really need that money? Okay, do I really need that cash right now? But if you do, then of course, like, you can sort something out. Maybe not try to get all of it, if they're finding it difficult, because their priority is to give you something, give you everything. Okay. And but the thing is, if you know that they are going through a hard time, okay, if you know that they're going through a hard time financially, remember that, that if you do tell them, take your time, all right, I don't need it right now. I mean, maybe, because sometimes the timings could be perfect, right? Timings could be exactly perfect, because sometimes when you are broke, when you have no money at all, not even a penny for your name, all right, you are just gonna be like, oh man. And then your friend is gonna be like, like, just coming into the scene and be like, oh, like an angel. And you're gonna be like, this is the money I owe you. And you're gonna be like, yeah, this is why we are friends, brother. This is why we are friends, okay? It doesn't matter, we expect so much from people, okay? We forget that people are people, okay? We forget that human beings are human beings, okay? We are all flawed. We all have our differences, and we all have something that we I don't know, that makes us human after all, right? Maybe some of us are good-hearted, some of us are kind-hearted, right? And some of us, just want to take advantage of people and just do our own thing and just run away. And some of us, actually, the people, especially for a time when people think that that they are so better than everyone, okay, are actually the ones who are right beneath the table, okay, who are just gonna be there. You're like, yeah, you're just the guy with the big mouth, all right. But then again, when it comes a time where you, okay, where you have this time where if you the silence, okay, speak a lot, all right. That's what I've been taught and told. Some person can be like, he can be the whole the whole the biggest gangster in the town, but then he will show it. But is he it though? I mean, have you heard everything what he says, or have you seen everything what he says? It's a difference. Seeing and listening is two different things. I mean, sometimes I do that too. Sometimes just to, like, to tell a story to someone, right? Especially tell a story to someone. I would like to oh, this happened, that happened, that something like this happened. And they're going to be like, what? That's impossible. And I'm like, yeah, I'm just exaggerating, I just got caught it up in the moment. And I'm like, I wish that happened, like, this thing like that. But some people actually, they don't say that, I was just like, uh, yeah, okay, fine, I was exaggerating a bit. But some people say, they just keep it going, right? You're going to be like, okay, I see that your story has taken a different turn here, but you know what? It's interesting to listen to, but you know what? It's actually kind of interesting, right? Sometimes we actually play along with it. We have to be like, we're thinking, oh man, this guy is actually, okay, I know this, it didn't happen to him, right? But then you're going to be like, what? Really? Oh my God. Bro, what? Really? Wow, that's so cool. That's so cool, man. And it just because we just wanted that excitement, right? You wanted that excitement. I mean, maybe you had a bummed up week, and you're gonna be like, oh, okay. I need this. This is the rush you've been waiting for. This is that excitement you've been waiting for the whole entire weekend. You just got it, right? So why not accept it? So people, especially, all right, when it comes to things like having more time with people, all right, we have to, well, keep moving forward, right? And especially in travel, all right, sometimes we have to keep moving forward in the same place, right? Especially now, people are supposed to be like, don't travel to so many places at once, all right. Just keep one for something else, okay. But when you do, you can pick the right spot. And once that also happens, all right, it's a lot of things can actually happen with regarding that. People will understand that traveling is actually healing. Hmm. We'll talk about more places that you can go for. We'll be back soon, okay? Right, very soon. But for now, just have a chill out time. Think about what you need to do. Think about the time that, okay, I need to do this. All right, I need to have more time in thinking about healing myself. I know, that you have a very creative mind, right? You know that your mind is super creative, but there are blocks. And what are those blocks? There are little battery bars, okay, that you just need to, that is not charging anymore because you didn't have your a proper charge for a long time, right? Because, and it's like, no, this is all we can go. If we go too much, then we are just going to keep on going and going and going and going until something happens. But then again, your body also needs that time of, refreshment, right? Your body needs that time of, a time of healing, right? Time of, just being like, my body, as much as at the time I go to the gym every day, or work out every day, my body still is weak. All right, maybe spiritually, or maybe mentally, maybe physically, even mental pain actually can bring down the body, right? No matter as many times that you've been um like being down and ill and all that, you're maybe going down going to the gym as much as you can. If your mind is just so tired, okay, it's just so tired anymore, it's just all tired all the time, your body's going to be like, you know what, I can't feel my muscles anymore, because you're going to be like, how come I work out every day? It doesn't matter. Your mind is connected uh, to every part of your body, right? Because the mind, obviously, this is not rocket science, this is all general knowledge. Without the mind, the body will not work. All right. You will just be a person just in bed the whole entire time, right? So remember that you are also human, you are not a robot. As although we do act like we are robots, right? We do act a lot of times that we are like, oh, we are indestructible, we are always working, our mind is always working. Some actually are so proud about it, but then they understand that some people, it's just how their body works, right? For me, it's like how strong a person's mind is. Can you keep going? Can you actually, okay, maybe you can only work for like 5 hours and take a 2 hour nap and then come back again. People are different. You have to accept who they are. If don't you want to be accepted for who you are? I bet you do, right? So we'll be talking more about places to go for, and also how pop culture has actually changed the entire world around. All right, we are going to talk about more stuff as well, because this is the only time we can do, right? We are not going to talk about something that you already heard of, but we have to remind people. I would love it when all my friends would be like, dude, it's been a while since you haven't had a vacation. I think it's time we went on one. And you're always working, 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 working. But what else are you going to do? You're going to be like, yeah, you need that reminder. Okay, you need that reminder to actually be like, okay, bro, right, I will set up a day. Okay, and your bro is going to be like, no, you are not going to set up any day, I will set up a day. Get this weekend off or the next weekend off. I will give you two options, okay? But one of these weekends has to happen, and he or she will be like, okay, this weekend or next weekend. You're going to be like, okay, this weekend, this week I have some work to do, but I'll finish that off, and then I won't have to worry about next weekend, right? So then your friend's going to be like, okay, next weekend, save it, ask for leave or something, okay? Your phone you're going to bring your phone, but you're not going to use it, all right? Until you meet me, until you're going to be like, hey, dude, where you at? Pick me up from here, all right? That's the basic thing, right? But if people are actually going to be like, when they meet the friend, your friend's going to be like, give me the phone. You're going to be like, what? No, this is a weekend of vacation. I'm taking away my phone. I've been putting it together, putting it in here. We already know where we need to go, and that is what we're going to do. I'll give you the phone, and we're heading back home. And you're going to be like, okay. Friends like that can actually be a real blessing. All right. So make sure that you actually have friends like that. Make sure you have people like that in your life. And always remember to be positive. All right. Remember that you need to charge too. Not just once a year, but you need to recharge every day. And that every day, that vacation is your beauty sleep. All right. I'm going to stop talking now, but I will be back soon, very soon, for you lovely people, and we will talk about more about travel and pop culture.
Again. But now, if you say to a child, if I went up to a child and said, you've had one to forget, God, there'd be an inquest. Me, why did you reject my son? Well, I haven't rejected your son.
want to talk about, how the generation gap, has how much it's changed, especially when you check the youth nowadays in comparison, to people back in the day.
I'd say when I was younger, it was more disciplined. Not now.
In comparison to now.
Not at all. Not now. The way things are nowadays, the younger generation, you seem that they can't accept the word no. If that makes sense.
They can't accept rejection, essentially, is all you're trying to say.
Yeah, they can't accept the word no. So if you, how did I do? Well, you didn't do very well. And they get upset, and when I was a youngster, my father used to say to me, because I used to be sport mad when I was very young, I still am sport mad, like participating in different sports, and if I had a bad game, for example, he'd say to me, you had one to forget. That's it.
Your dad sounds like a smart guy. I mean, yeah, that's the real fact of the matter, yeah.
He'd say to me, you had one to forget. Get over it. And that was it. So I'd dust myself down and do it again. But now, if you say to a child, if I went up to a child and said, you've had one to forget, God, there'd be an inquest. An inquest. Me, why did you reject my son? Oh, I haven't rejected your son. Or daughter. I've just told them that they need to buck their ideas up.
That's the truth right there. I mean, if you think about it, if you check the generations, like right now in the US as well, I've seen a lot of these things as well. In the UK, you get medals for participation. But what's the point? What are you trying to? Yeah, what's the point? Either you win or you lose. People are so afraid to put that whole notion of losing. When it comes to right now, the generation gap is just crazy. How much. A lot has changed. Social media has taken control of our lives, and we don't even realize it anymore. We're crippled because of it.
That's absolutely right, Nick. Because, as you said, nowadays it seems that you get rewarded for failure. For the life of me, Nick, I can't get my head around that. Perhaps I'm just getting old and morbid. I don't know. I just can't get my head around how you could be rewarded for failure.
Welcome back to Relax Radio, and this is the Vibe, and my name is Kyle. All right, and I'll be here with you till 12 a.m. today. Talking to you all about traveling and also about pop culture. Okay, we've been talking about how TikTok has actually taking over pop culture. Right now, most of the travel, actually most of the travel. Okay, actually, it's weird how I would put that, but most of the travel actually is pop culture. If you have noticed, pop culture and travel is all about traveling, and it is the best idea anyone can do to actually get their more followers on TikTok. Okay. And if you're looking for more followers as well, well, that's another way of doing it. And when it comes to actually having pop culture with mixing up with TikTok, mixing up with travel a lot. Okay, we actually think that it's just not easy to do anything like that, because when it comes to travel and pop culture, okay, we it blends so well. The combination of both of it is like well, how travel and pop culture have become a one thing, like travel pop culture. Okay, we actually would think like how pop culture, like social media. Okay, pop culture, like what's trending, what's happening these days. Okay, have you noticed like the whatever's trending right now is actually memes on Facebook. Is mostly memes, right? And Dominic Toretto's meme Fast and Furious is actually going around. Okay, like you cannot be without family. Family is everything to Dominic Toretto. Okay, and I've came across a many actually, and that's what's trending. Okay, suddenly it just happened yesterday, and suddenly my whole Facebook account, I mean, is just filled, okay, with Dominic Toretto memes, right? And most of the time also it's like different scenes from movies. All right, different scenes from like people having like just random scenes from Star Wars. Like even when the main fight scene between Skywalker and also the Star Wars guy, okay, who was at the lava, for the fighting at the lava. Saying, okay, I love Star Wars, but I'm not the guy who knows, which part of the land is actually they're fighting on. But you know what I mean, right? He says, Anakin, I have the high ground. It's over. Okay, that part was taken for the meme today. He's like, Dom, I have the high ground. He's like, you do, but I have family. That's the main thing in the Fast and Furious franchise. Okay, it's all about family, family, this, family, that, and you hurt my family. Oh, we are going to start the whole movie regarding that, right? It's all about family with Dominic Toretto, right? But that is what's trending these days. Okay, that's what making it brings back memories when it's like, hey, you know what? He's actually is. The Avengers memes was also made one for where the part where the first Avengers movie. All right, it's a part where where they're waiting on the Hulk to actually. They're waiting on the Hulk to actually come out, and they're going to be like, like Doctor, I think it's time you got angry. That's my secret, Captain. I am always angry, right? So they've actually changed it around. It's like, Dom, I think it's time you got family. That's my secret, Captain. I always got family. It's everything that's trending right now. Those are the things that actually are making a big impact on social media, right? Memes. All right, memes are everything. Okay, during work times when you have a stressful time, you're gonna be like, whoa, and you're just gonna go on Facebook for a while, look at a few memes, and you're gonna be like, okay, 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 a video, okay, I'm gonna watch the video and get back to work. All right, watching the video for about 3 minutes, okay, that's enough, and you get back to work, right? That is how our life is right now. We can't help it. Our life is working, 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 working. Even if you start your own business, it's working, 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 right? I mean, you can retire early because it's your own business. If it's actually successful, you'll be retiring. But if it's not, you still have to keep working on it, right? Till it does, okay? Do not stop the business just because you think it's not going to work. It takes time. Some people, it takes time, okay? It's not your fault, right? So always make sure that like you keep the positive attitude. You will have that rest day one day, and you're going to be like, okay, I am going to rest after this day. Okay, oh, my business, your business will finally do better one day. Okay, you are going to have an amazing business. That you just have to wait for that time. And before that time though, okay, you just don't have to wait for the time to travel. Okay, you can travel anytime you want. Okay, you want to travel this weekend, go for it. Go and travel on the weekend. It's good for you, right? It's always good for you. So make sure that you actually keep uh fixing your days, okay, for the at least once a month, if it's if financially possible, once a month. But if it's not, you can go for 3 or even 4, even 6 months, okay, at least for the year, for one, at least once, go out on a vacation, all right, with your best friend, with your girlfriend, with your boyfriend, with your husband, with your side girl. Oops, sorry, did I say that? Oops. Anyway, or maybe alone even, all right, it doesn't matter, right? You just keep go for the vacation, take that time out just for yourself, and empty your mind. Okay, be formless, shapeless like water, right? I mean, the most famous quote of all, right? So if you really want to be that, you have to change the environment you are in, and making sure that you can always keep moving forward, but also having that balance in your life, so that you can also get on with life, reality, and also a time for yourself, right? Those are the things that you need to be totally focused on. But when it comes to travel, okay, especially during traveling times, with pop culture, and most of the time too, like people actually have blended, right, pop culture with uh travel a lot, right? I mean, on TikTok, okay, let's just say travel is something that uh, on TikTok, okay, you find a lot of people actually having maybe a challenge here and there, and also maybe a time actually that we can also be like uh, have more time to just keep moving, right? And we find the time to on TikTok, that we see people traveling to Africa, or people who are actually in Africa as well, right? But for you, it's a different place, it's a different world, right? You just want to see new places in your life, because deep down, okay, all of us love to travel, right? We all love to travel. So when it comes to that point, make sure that you always have that time for yourself, and even through traveling, that it can heal your mind, and give you better wellness in your life, and also less bitterness. Okay, you are still going to have bitterness, although, because you end of the day, you are going to have to get back to reality eventually. But while you are out of reality, okay, while you are totally out of reality, remember that you can um, always have that peace of mind that you need, even for a short period of time. If you can get it, okay. And the best part to get it, the best part to actually remember it, even on you can remember this, you can keep the traveling memories for at least 3 months, or even 2 months, right, in a row, and it will not let you down, right? People are just going to be like mostly well, let's just stick to this, all right? We are definitely going to go through something like a lot, like what people are going to do. But most of the time, people are going to be like, I really need some time off. Okay. I really need to recharge my head. Your body could be the most fittest thing in the world. All right. But if your head is heavy, and your body still can't hold it up, and you just keep going down and down and down, then, well, that is your sign to be like, you need a break. Hello, and exactly, right, take the break whenever you can. But go on trips like this, okay? You need to go on trips to go with nature. And I mean, these days, to be honest, everyone needs to have better understanding of what they're doing, because end of the day, people, you're going to understand that you have to travel according to your budget, right? You don't have to go to big places. You just have to be, if you have only just a few amount remaining, hey, you still can travel. All right, there are going to be offers of different kinds of places around, maybe just around your area, maybe just actually, if you actually have a retreat center just right next to your house, that is still traveling. All right, if you can change the view, all right, which you've had for months and months and months, make sure that you change it, and make sure that you have a better time next time. We'll be back with more right after this.
and climb Mount Everest. That is one of my that's in my bucket list. You're laughing, but that is the facts right there. I'd love to do that. That is something I'm looking forward to do. Hopefully,
Climb Everest.
Mount Everest. I mean, okay, not the very tip of Mount Everest. Maybe the base camp at least.
They're talking about mental health. Well, if you went out and got some exercise in the fresh air, that would improve your mental health. It will make you feel better.
That's true. That is true. I wholeheartedly agree. But then for some people, it's how do you find the motivation to, especially when it comes to riding a bicycle, to do it again and again and again and again? It's a cycle that you have to be used to. How do you do it? What makes you wake up in the morning and decide, hey, I'm going to pick my bike up today. I'm going to cycle. What makes you want to do that?
What makes me want to do that?
Yeah. What do you like? What could you give listeners, like people listening in right now? What kind of tip could you give them?
Well, the first tip I would give them, if you haven't tried it before, try it. It can open up new horizons. It will make you fitter. It will definitely make you fitter. Cycling is one of the best forms of aerobic exercise you can do.
It sounds like, I mean, if you think about it, yeah, it sounds like great fun. Because what essentially you're trying to say is also at the same time, when you, if you look at it from this perspective, with regards to mental health, especially when you look at it with mental health, this is another way to fight it. I feel like you go outside, you meet more people, you interact with, socially, you will interact with more people, and you're keeping fit, you're making connections, you're breathing in the good and exhaling the bad. I feel like that's a great thing right there.
Absolutely. Yeah, you got a better way with words than I have, I'll tell you. But you're quite right. What you say there. You're quite right.
I mean, I've been doing this for quite some time. I mean, hey, you'll get the hang of it.
I've been doing it for about 10 minutes now, so yeah.
That I can never really understand people staying in one room the whole day when you can have the world to see. I am a traveler. I travel. I love traveling. Traveling is just one of the things I do. And yeah, on top of my bucket list was, to one time, hopefully when I get there, go to Nepal and climb Mount Everest. That is one of that's in my bucket list. You're laughing, but that is the facts right there. I'd love to do that. That is something I'm looking forward to do, hopefully.
Climb Everest.
Mount Everest. I mean, okay, not the very tip of Mount Everest, maybe the base camp at least.
Base camp, yeah.
At least.
Would you be able to cycle there?
Oh.